Supreme Court has preserved mail-order access to the abortion pill Mifepristone nationwide. The shadow docket decision sets aside a lower court order which blocked providers from prescribing Mifepristone through telehealth. Earlier this month, a federal appeals court reinstated an FDA rule requiring the drug to be dispensed in person. The High Court's order will remain in place while the case moves through the lower courts. CBS News legal reporter Katrina Kaufman has been following this case and joins us now in studio with more. Katrina, good morning. So explain this order and what it means for people watching out there who may be interested in this pill.
Yeah, good morning, Errol. So the big takeaway here is people can still have telehealth appointments to obtain Mifepristone and get it through the mail. But it's also important to note that this is temporary. This is still going to move through the courts, very likely come back to the Supreme Courts, but it's very consequential, Errol. About a quarter of women have telehealth appointments to obtain Mifepristone for abortions, and about 2/3 of abortions use Mifepristone. So this is a very important issue, and obviously especially for people in states where they cannot access this drug otherwise.
That's right. The Supreme Court had struck down Roe versus Wade, which guaranteed nationwide availability. So this is now a lot of people's only path. There were two notable dissents to this decision. Explain that.
Yes, so Justices Alito and Thomas wrote very strong dissents, and in fact, they mentioned that. Justice Alito says that this is undermining the decision that they made in Dobbs. And what's really interesting, Errol, is they both essentially say this is a criminal enterprise. Justice Thomas says he harkens back to this 19th century law, the Comstock Act, which he says makes it illegal to be mailing drugs that are used for abortions. And in fact, he says that the applicants, these two manufacturers who brought this to the Supreme Court, said they're not entitled to a stay of an adverse court ruling based on lost profits from their criminal enterprise. So we are seeing ahead of time that two of the justices are very, very much against this as this continues to go back through the court system.
What is the next step for this? Because the fight isn't over.
Yes, so this will go back to the lower courts where this challenge will continue. And again, this is by far not over. But for now, women can feel sure that they can still have these telehealth appointments and obtain Mifepristone.
All right, really important news there, Katrina, across all of it. Thank you.
Thank you.